Today, let's talk about a sword that has gotten my attention in Destiny 2. This, of course, being the new solar waveframe from heavy metal, Synanceia. Yesterday, we talked about the new stasis shotgun, which is pretty damn good, and today, we are talking about a sword I really like a lot. Now, before we jump into it, I just want to say if you enjoy the content and want more from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I drop more videos. With that out the way, let's talk about what perks you can find on this sword. So, as per usual, we'll be labeling the columns so you can follow and reading it from right to left. Now, all the way to the right, we have two origin traits. The first one is currently my favorite in the game right now, that being tenacity. This perk works like this. Weapon kills while within 15 meters of an enemy grants a stack of tenacity. Maximum of 20 stacks can be attained, and these stacks persist until death. This, when maxed out, can provide a 10% damage increase. This is additively, of course, and plus 40 in handling and reload speed, which I don't know how reload speed will work on a sword, but sure. The other origin trait here besides tenacity is going to be Hawkeye Breach Armaments. This passively increases damage dealt to vehicles and automatons by 15%, turrets, sentries, and emplacements by 30%, and stasis crystals by 45%. This can have its moments, to be honest, to shine, but for the most part, you will certainly pick tenacity 9 times out of 10 here. Now, as we bring back all the perks, let's move on from origin traits. So in column 4, we have Surrounded, Burning Ambition, Binary Orbit, Elemental Honing, Eager Edge, and Chain Reaction. Next to that, in column 3, we have Proximity Power, Relentless Strikes, Attrition Orbs, Assassin's Blade, Sharp Harvest, and Wellspring. And for guards, we have the usual Balance Guard, Burst Guard, Enduring Guard, Heavy Guard, and Swordmaster's Guard. As a whole, for the perk pool on a sword, this is a very strong perk pool. And when it comes to God Rolls, we can have some solid choices here. So as a reminder here, perks above the black bar will be my top picks for a God Roll. The perks under that bar will serve as alternatives. These are perks that are just as good or equal in power, but just don't take the top slot in my opinion. So for barrels, or in this case blades, Hungry Blade is going to be my top choice. This gives you a plus 22 magazine and plus 42 ammo capacity, increasing the overall amount of times you can use this sword. Now, if for some reason you want more than this, Enduring Blade is going to be a fine alternative. Just know that even though this grants you a plus 35 to magazine and plus 7 in ammo capacity, you will be taking a negative 2 hits when it comes to your impact stat. So if you're willing to accept that, then that's all good to me. Another fine alternative here is Honed Edge. This gives you only a plus 2 in impact with no other pros or cons to these stats. This is a long-standing solid perk as well. And if you want it, go ahead. Especially if you do want a little more impact, this will be a fine option. Just maybe something I will not go for here. Now, as we slide over to magazines, or in the case here, guards, Enduring Guard stands out the most for me. This not only grants us a 90 stat to guard endurance, but the 90 stat to ammo generation is going to be huge. Meaning, if you're looking for some small way to maintain ammo as a whole, this guard is a crazy solid way to do just that. Now, maybe that doesn't sound ideal for you, so a solid alternative would be Balance Guard. This gives you a plus 40 for guard resistance and endurance. Ammo generation also sees a plus 40, as well as stability. Now, for column 3, this is where things may get crowded. My top pick is going to be Attrition Orbs. This is a great perk, especially if you have armor charges in mind for your builds. They can be a powerful way to add regen, getting enhanced stat benefits more often, and most importantly, adding general power for you and a potential fire team. So this perk reads like this: dealing sustained damage creates an orb of power. For swords, you're looking about 6 hits to activate. This can be one of the most easy and solid perks to use on this weapon, making it my top pick. But it's definitely not the only one here. Sharp Harvest is fun, impactful way to get special ammo, and this new perk works like this. Scoring 3 powered hits within 1.5 seconds of each grants 5% of special ammo reserves. Equipping 2 special weapons halves the amount of ammo generated to 2.5 for each one, so just keep that in mind if you are looking to maybe try and run double special weapons. Other alternatives here can be proximity power to help boost your melee stat. There is great synergy with a sword and this perk, so it just of course makes sense, and the usual relentless strikes makes an appearance here. This is still a powerful perk if you want to refund a little bit of that sword ammo as you dish out sword strikes. Now as we slide over to column 4, yes, Eager Edge is here, but as you may notice, it's off to the side. That because you will want some tiered version of this sword with ideally more than one perk in column 4. So at the minimum with this sword, a tier 3 is going to be ideal. Eager Edge as an option makes, quickly traversing jumping puzzles fast and easy. So it's like we kind of have to put it here. So that's why I kind of recommend tier 3, tier 4, even tier 5s. If it has Eager Edge, you're really nailing it. Hopefully it has the other perks we mentioned. So besides Eager Edge, I really recommend Burning Ambition here. It just flows so well with the concept of the sword and works so well on this frame. So upon scoring direct hits within 3 seconds of each, the next direct hit inflicts Scorch. Hit counter persists through Stow. Hits do not have to be on the same target, and Scorch inflicted by Burning Ambition counts as weapon damage. Direct hits against Scorch enemies inflict Scorch. For the enhanced version of this perk, your Scorching shot hit requirement is going to be decrease. So this is a wonderful perk on this sword, but to be fair, it's not going to be the only option. Some great alternatives here are Surrounded and Chain Reaction. So with Surrounded, you're getting a 35% increased buff when surrounded. It can go away fast, specifically 1.5 seconds to be exact, but it is a deadly sword perk when the moment is in your favor. And Chain Reaction, well, because it adds some more flair to your kills. May not be my go-to, but certainly something you guys may enjoy. Elemental Honing is a perk I will not bring up here on screen because I don't actually recommend it. The requirements don't really favor usability for most players for this exact weapon, but if for some reason you feel bold enough to give that perk a spin on this weapon, then be my guest. I just don't recommend it because the requirements on this specific type of weapon just don't really favor how a sword works. Now, as we look at the overall selection here on screen when it comes to the God Rolls, there really is not a bad option. We have a wide range of matchups if you so desire, but yeah, that's going to be the God Roll or God Rolls, and that's also going to be the video. Little reminder that the only way to earn this weapon is through the heavy metal event, specifically through that heavy metal activity with, Briggs and Drakes facing off with each other. So you have until the 9th of September, or specifically when the Ash and Iron update drops, which looks pretty nice. Of course, I'll reserve judgment until I get to play it for myself, but for a free update for all players, it looks good enough to have my attention. Curious to see what they show for that and Renegades on their live stream next Tuesday before the update, but besides that, I have nothing else to add here. If you enjoyed the video and found it informative, be sure to hit that like button, helps out the video a ton, and of course, if you want more from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop more videos. As always, thank you for watching. It is greatly appreciated. Until next time, ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.